A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Florida State Seminoles headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Knocked down immediately. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
Turning it on! Past the 50. Past the 30. Inside the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. That one bounds through the... and it'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Pulls it, fired complete. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back, gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. You play so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Croma. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looks as if there is a Seminole still down on the field. You just hope this turns out not to be too serious. First quarter, game 1. It's tough to take an injury this early. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Sperry. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
2nd and long here. From the gun, it's Riley.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the 1st down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Drives inside. Got some green grass. Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big 1st down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge.
Snags it, and he's open. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. The Noles will hustle to the line.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces and is supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And wings it incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air, it's Sperry. Rush right in his face. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Give the defense a lot of credit on that one. A little bit of bend, don't break here in the opening drive of the game. They gave up some yards. They were down inside their own red zone. But on that critical 3rd down, phenomenal effort individually to win his one-on-one, get to the quarterback and bring him down to the ground and really try to take some air out of this offense.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Maybe a double pass. Here comes the heat. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. He's piled up 82 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They want to run this quarterback. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And it'll be down right there. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. They give it back to him. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Trying to squeak through the pile. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Quickly to the tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
They'll run it. It's Temple fighting off the defender. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Bulldog!
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And the extra point extends the lead to 16. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get him.
Hits the accelerator to the right. He's at the 30. The 10. All the way. Touchdown Seminoles. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running inside, it's Temple. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Throwing, Sellers. Hauls it in. On the move at the 30. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Handoff for Frazier. Got enough for the first down. He now has 106 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
The Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
And the Dogs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Here's a give to Frazier. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Got him on the RPO. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Just going to keep it after the snap. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Trying the left side. There he goes. He's past the sticks. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Noles! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin our coverage with Alabama taking on the number 5 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Crimson Tide with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Got it behind the line. It's Payne. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37. And the Seminoles want to crank the tempo. Quick give. It's Riley. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On the run, it's Payne. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Berry. Reels it in. At the 20, he's got space. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. He's looking to throw. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
And the Seminoles looking to convert on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Great catch along the sidelines, but the object is to go forward. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. A run for the quarterback. Oh, he's got some space. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Rush is on. A little release to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Finds his man on the RPO. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that 1st down marker. It'll be 4th down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running to the left. Showing off the arms. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Give to the running back. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Now just about ready to snap it to start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Straight ahead, it's Payne. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
How about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wideout. He's got it on the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Sets his feet. It's Sperry. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Comes the Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Sets his feet. It's Sperry. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. In this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They'll need a bunch on second down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Runs through a man, and he might have some space. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. On the move. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. Quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Handoff for Frazier. Turning it on. Got some room headed to the goal line. Into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moves the pocket. It's Sperry. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Defense ends this game in style. Coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Making the adjustment on the play. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Here's Sellers to throw. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on first down, but it doesn't work. It'll be second down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Hits inside. It's Frazier. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
And the RPO got him. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Georgia! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop him on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Hits the hole. It's Chroma. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.